Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary O'Connor with the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation and the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. Thanks for tuning in. This evening, we are fortunate to have Brice Banning back on our show. Brice is an aviation accident investigator with the National Transportation Safety Board. He's based in Fairbanks, Alaska. Brice, welcome back.
Thank you.
As we mentioned on our last show, Brice is in Anchorage working with a team on a special investigation report regarding PIREPs, or pilot reports. These are used to collect and disseminate weather information. Brice, I know you have a busy next few days ahead of you. Can you tell us what you're going to be doing?
We're going to be visiting with all the stakeholders who use PIREPs, ATC, pilot groups, flight service, the National Weather Service, gathering information, compiling it for our report.
And you'll be talking to general aviation pilots, commercial pilots?
We've had the opportunity to talk to general aviation pilots. We're going to be talking to companies, Part 135 and Part 121 companies, their dispatch, their flight release, how they use PIREPs, and how they collect them. Okay,
so everyone doesn't use the PIREPs in the same way that, say, a general aviation pilot might.
That's correct. Pilot reports are used for many different types of user groups, to include the National Weather Service, who use them to verify their reports and their forecasts and to improve their weather products, to pilots who are going out to their cabin for the day.
It sounds like you're going to have a busy time and keep a whole variety of information from putting it together in your report, so that's great. Why did you choose to come to Alaska?
Well, Alaska is unique. We have large geographic areas with not a lot of reporting, and so PIREPs are vital to the state of Alaska. And Alaska, the stakeholders are engaged, they're proactive. Alaska has a history of trying to address issues, and we're seeing that, so we wanted to come up here first and discuss it with Alaska.
Okay. Do you have a goal for this week or anything that you hope to take home?
I think our goal is, number one, to let folks know we're here, what we're doing, that we're looking for more pilot reports in the system, quality of pilot reports, and to improve how PIREPs get into the system, how they're used, and the quality of pilot reports.
So if we have folks in our audience who are pilots and they have comments about pilot reports, not that they want to make a pilot report, but they have comments about how they've used them, how there's been a shortage, or any problems that they've had with the system. Is there a place that they can go to give those comments?
Yes, we have an email account that will be put on the screen for them.
And that is pirepcomments@gmail.com, and that is going to be monitored by the NTSB?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And do you know how they will take those comments from pilots or ATC, air traffic controllers, meteorologists? Anybody's welcome to comment there, right?
Absolutely. We want to gather as much information on PIREPs as we possibly can while we're here. And the investigation it's not just in Alaska. It will include the entire national airspace system. But we're starting in Alaska.
Alaska has been a testbed for several other projects as well, so I think Alaskans are pretty good at sharing information, and you are right, this is a great place because we do have a huge need for PIREPs. Do you find that people are willing to share, say a company? I assume that all companies have their own internal systems of handling their own pilot reports. Do they share those with the air traffic controllers or flight service specialists? How does that work?
To be honest with you, we're not really sure at this point, and that's one of the things the investigation is looking into. And I can tell you that the operators are very engaged. They're eager to talk to us. We just have a lot of engagement and a lot of interest. So that's one of the things we're looking into.
Well, there certainly is no shortage of opinions in Alaska. I'm sure you know that after being in Fairbanks.
Right. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Brice. It's been a real pleasure to have you on the show. And we have been very fortunate to hear about what the NTSB is doing. Normally we only hear about what you do when you're investigating an accident, so it's good to know that there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes.
Yes, thank you for having me.
We wish you safe travels around Alaska this week and good luck with your report.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed our show. If you enjoy hearing about aviation news and events in Alaska, please consider becoming a member of the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation and Alaska Public Media. Pilots, remember you can get a full weather briefing before you go flying. That's always a good idea. You should always file a flight plan, and please give a pilot report when you can. You never know how that information is going to help other pilots. Until next time, fly safely.